Welcome to another Chaos Draft for those watching on YouTube and those on Twitch still here. Let's look at this pack and then we can keep talking in chat. Weaver draw step, you can loot and target more, so that's okay. Target creature with power 2 or less gains haste and can't be blocked. That's really good. Destructor Dragon is really solid. It's double green though. Cunning Strike's okay too. And then Heel Cutter, Swiftwater Cliffs. I think it's between the two uncommons. I kind of like Destructor Dragon as the only green card. Break Through the Lines wasn't good when it was in limited. I guess it's a lot of mana, but if you just draft a lot of 2-drops and burn them out, that could be good. I'm gonna take the Dragon here. It's the only green card. We're passing a bunch of good red-blue, and I don't want to be fighting over that. Whereas green is like always good in cube. You know, you just get a lot of good fatties. Yeah, we need a lot of trample and a lot of reach. Such as, I mean, this is neither of those. But it's pretty good. I posted the stream link in the Remnant Club member group, so hopefully I broadcast a few more followers. Really appreciate that so much, Rojo. And thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription as well. Ghostfire. So Ghostfire's in red, 3 damage to anything and colorless, I like that. The green cards, when it enters the battlefield, scry 2. That lets you draw. That's actually really nice too. Lifelink, protecting from big things. And then Storm, buyback. God, this card's great. I think Ghostfire is the best card, but we did just pass a bunch of good red-blue. And there's still a bunch of good red-blue. What if we just take green? You know what? I'm going to do something sketchy here and try the Kavu Primarch. I'm going to try and pass just all good red and blue cards because we're just getting so much of it that like people have to move into it, and then we can get rewarded packs 2 and 3. Because otherwise we're just going to be fighting for like all these objectively insane cards. Also, Troll is really, really good. Troll rewarded, and Yava's Force Mage is the other one, but wow. Like, this card's also good. I don't know. This is a weird decision. Oh my gosh. There are so many good blue-red cards going around right now. But we're going to stick to it and see what happens. We got a 2/3 Death Touch Reach too. Yeah, we're going to get all the green. Like, it's a very short-term commitment for a long-term reward, because like why wouldn't everyone move into blue and red? You think Griffin is cute? Well, it's good, but it's double white and it's a 5-drop, and this is honestly a really good card. It's basically 4 mana kill anything in green. I also like the 5 mana 5/5 because that's just big. Ooh, okay. I think there's a lot of 4-color reach, guys. 5/5 for 5 is above the curve. No, I think because it's, if we were in white, then maybe. Oh, Randall, you're saying 5/5 for 5, I see. But it has Death Touch, so that kind of pushes it over the edge. I guess we're in black. Vigor's 4 Worm is pretty big too, a 6 mana 6/4, but we'll take the chunker. Ooh. 3/2 Intimidate, also Necrobite. So Necrobite is basically just a removal spell, but it's like basically Necrobite is destroy a creature your opponent gains life equal to the creature blocking it or something. I actually do like Accursed Spirit kind of a lot. It gives you some reach, but Bite is great because it can also protect your creatures from removal spells, which isn't particularly important if you have a lot of chunky dudes going on. All right, well, I think our game plan kind of worked off. Green and black seem open. Search your library for a goblin and put it on top. Pepper Smoke is good. All creatures able to block it do so. Oh, that's got to be good. And destroy target non-creature permanent. What is Grapple? Root Grapple? No, I feel like this in Chaos Draft will just win the game. Yeah, this is like pretty sick. Even without Death Touch, it just like takes all of their blockers so you can get in with your chunkiers. And nobody's gonna take the grapple anyway. Ooh, what is this? Destroy target enchantment. This gains flying. A 2-mana 2/1 pro artifacts. That's a kind of cool card. I'm gonna take the 2-mana 2/1. You control white permanent, return this to your hand. Oh, that seems sweet. We'll take the 2/1. It's not so bad. Okay, so enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 on target creature you control. Oh, how aggressive do we want to be? We could take a Mardu Shadow Spear. I don't know if I want that. Ambush Krotek with Golgari Finebroker is pretty sweet. And it is a 6-mana 5/5. I'll take it. Okay, we get a 2-drop for... You take Battle Rage? Well, I think the game plan was to pass all the red cards and cut green like insanely hard. What is Frenzy 1? Whenever silver attacks and isn't blocked. Oh, that's not that good. And that's got a lot of things on it. I'm gonna take this. Wow. What are you doing here? Most people's one is haste. Guys, do I take this or do I pass it to try and send signals? Because we can commit to our red game plan here, but seeing this go late is kind of embarrassing. I'll take it, just in case nobody picked up on our thing. Wow, Chosen of Markov? If we get a vampire, that's pretty good. Sending signals is right a lot of the time. People don't read into it, but if they just like only get... Okay, well... Yeah, I think staying open is a bit better. Cosmotronic Wave is very good. Okay, yep, you're right. Red is still open somehow. Nope, you're right. This is great. Wow. And then we get Control Magic and Swords to Plowshares. Oh, man. That's brutal. And no good cards for our deck. And pacifism. Huh. What do we even do here? We could take Curd Ape? Curd Ape is the safest. Control Magic is busted, but we know blue is going to get cut. And a 1-mana 2/3 is kind of nice. Swords is an amazing card to splash. But then we're splashing swords in like a Golgari Finebroker deck. Do we think Curd Ape is going to wheel? What is Gaseous Form? No, we definitely take Control Magic over Gaseous Form. I think I take Swords and try and wheel Curd Ape. Swords is worth splashing. Ooh. Okay, so we can take... What is this? This is mana. And if dragons enter the battlefield, you can draw cards. Oh yeah, Vinemare, never mind. Take Vinemare, wheel Shock. Also, Elvish... Wow, this pack's really good for us. Yeah, Timberhide Wolves is a good rate. Rejuvenator's good. Shock will definitely not wheel, but... 4-mana 5/3 can't be blocked. Okay, we'll take the Vinemare. Grizzly Spectacle is really good. Phantom Tiger is a 3-mana 3/2 that is hard to kill. Also, Phantom Mantra is just a great card in general. So this is good if we're still going to be in black. And this card just beats down. I actually don't know what's better. It's definitely not Necro. I can definitely say that with certainty. Yeah, it's between these two cards. This is going to go in any deck we play. Well, right now we're keeping black just for the Finebroker, which I don't think is worth it. So This is gonna go in our deck no matter what, and it's a solid card. And then we get this. This is a very tough draft. I mean... No, we're not punished. I don't think Spectacle was necessarily the pick. This has got to be the pick. Debilitating Injury, also a great card. Hooting Mandrills I like a lot, but this card's great. So I think we're pretty decisively not red. It's not certain whether or not we're going to splash white. And then there's this pack. Attacks or blocks, you lose 1 life if you don't control a demon. This is the really bad Plow Under. And this is a 6 mana 5/4. Honestly, the 3 mana 3/3 is not so bad. Rare draft. If it didn't say blue card, then maybe it could be good. Deals 1 damage to target attacking or blocking spirit specifically. Call for Blood just seems really bad. It's 5 mana. I'm gonna take the Bleeder. It does hit hard. This is a 6 mana 5/5 trample. I've never seen this card before. Shimmering Grotto helps with the splash, but honestly Spore Mound is kind of nice. As a 5 mana 3/3, it just helps you go wide so far. Yeah, it's between Grotto and Spore Mound. Basically Grotto, if we think Spores to Plowshares is something we want to play. And I've had a lot of good success with this card before. Ooh, Ranger's Guile? The Hallberg is actually really good with Spore as well. We could wheel Grotto too. +1/+1 against Hexproof. It is kind of weak. The Hallberg is interesting. I don't have a whole lot to combo with it just yet. But it does give us a way to kill our own creatures. Yeah, we're gonna take the Guile though. Do people actually hate on the Guile? Ooh. Tiger with Hallberg is unkillable. That's true, but we have to sacrifice a creature to get it on there. So, cycle it for zombie. I think I just want the 3/2 flyer. It's actually a pretty good rate. And Plague Witch. It turns any of our... Oh, Curd Ape. Oh wait, we're not playing red. Oh, Blossoming Sands. Fixing, yeah. That helps us with the swords. Now we can take the Wolves. Wolves is good. 5 mana 4/5 is huge. Recollect buys back something like Golgari Finebroker, but I'm gonna take the Wolves. Honestly, Festering Nude is kind of good. There's a lot of X1s that it can kill. This deck is looking good, and remember, this is only 2 packs, not 3. Newt for the Dream. Reveal the top 5 cards. You may put a creature to land into your hand. Sultai Banner is hard to hit. But I'm not going to play Scout the Borders, I don't think. No, I'm going to play this over the Banner. Uproot. I don't need a 6 mana 4/4, but I also don't need an Uproot. Alright. Okay, I don't think I'm going to spend 7 mana on this. Am I ever going to cast this? Nah, I'm... okay. Ran out of time there. Ooh, what is this? Crypt creature has mana to pump it. Whenever crypt kill damage deals damage to a blocking creature, deals that much damage to each other creature defending player controls. Well, that's kind of nice. What do you do? We need a demon. We don't have any demons, do we? What do you do? Deals combat damage, tap it and it doesn't untap. And then Wow, both of those are good. Cursed Ronin, that's also good. All these cards are insane. I think this equipment is kind of nice. It's like pseudo trample plus fire breathing. And we don't have any demons for this, at least yet. Ogre, Shaman, Human, Salamander. So this card's like not that good. I really do like these random dorky green things. But I'll try the equipment. Cutthroat is so good. Oh, I didn't even see Nizami Cutthroat. Honestly, I'm gonna take the Cutthroat. I think it's better. I think the equipment might actually wheel, and this card's just great. Back in Apparition. Wow, this pack is real bad for us. If we had gates, maybe this could get there. I don't know. The equipment seemed really expensive. It was 3 to play, 3 to equip, and then 2 to activate, and it only gave +1/+0. Money draft the breeding pool. Yeah. If this were a pod, I think I would do this much differently. Burst of Strength is kind of nice with all our big guys. It's more of a removal spell than it is a combat trick. And we don't have gates for this, otherwise this would be real good in the deck. Frenzied Tilling is a lot better than Uproot. Yeah, I'll take the burst. Chaos Maw. Wow. Wow. Wow, there's actually a lot of good things here. So there's an Overcome, which anyone who's played with Overrun knows that balanced Overrun is still pretty broken. Or we could take Oasis Ritualist, which helps with the splash. But honestly, I think balanced Overrun is probably the card for us. We have so many big dudes that giving them trample makes really hard to kill us. And we're probably going to wheel this Frilled Sandwalla, which I will play. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Ooh. Nettle Sentinel. We could go like full on land destruction if we wanted. Exile target card from a graveyard, you gain 1 life. That's actually kind of nice too. That one might even wheel. Oh wow, that's a good ability too. There's a lot of good cards here. Giving +1/+1 at instant speed to any creature is actually really relevant. But I think I'm going to be able to wheel that. So I'm not going to take that. I think it's between these two. You think Skulkin is actually just the pick? Pia Kitsune, thank you for the follow. Alehouse, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. You're not a Nettle fan in Chaos, but we got so many dudes. Alright. Alright, I'll try the Skulkin. The ability is really good. Antuku Tracer, you may put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I think this is really good. Lava Dart, exile target creature from graveyard. That card deals damage equal to its power. No, I'm not doing that. Some of these packs are just so bad. I'm not playing that, I'm not playing that. Just re-Barb Bully. Discard a card at random, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn, unless a player has Barbarian Bully deal 4 damage to them. What on earth? I'm gonna take Lava Dart. Carrion Wall is a 1-mana 1/2. This is a 3-mana 3/3 that hits you for 3, but that does hit hard. And then an Unholy Strength. I mean, this is the card I'm most likely to play. Yeah, I'll take a 3-mana 3/3. Relentless Rats, we did it. I'll take the Courser now. Yeah. What is this? Quick creature has first strike and unattach it. Wow, that's so expensive. Haste Modular 2. So it's a 4-mana 2/2 haste. Chittering Rats is actually real solid. I'm gonna take and play the Rats. So the random green creature is wheeled. This is a 5-mana 2/4 that taps stuff. And this is a 3-mana 1/3 that taps stuff. We could get some of the Zubiera Dream going. I don't think I'm playing any of these. Like, I don't know if I really want a 3-mana 1/3. I'm gonna take the, well, I'll take this. Against an opponent with a lot of X1s, this card's pretty good, I guess. And then I guess a 2-mana 2/1 is okay. Hey, we got the Sandwalla back. Sandwall is definitely better than the Bone Slasher, I think, in this deck, because it's a 1-drop that actually attacks as a 3/3. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna take the Sandwalla. Okay, we got both. Honestly, I don't have that many tricks. So Creekwood Ghoul actually seems kind of nice. But it is 5 mana. I'm gonna take the Ghoul. I think it's got more versatility. We have a lot of playables and a lot of mana sinks. So I think our game plan of passing all the really good cards in the first couple packs worked out pretty well. Because just nobody's taking green. What was the other one? That one. Wow, we could play 60 cards if we wanted. So cards to cut. The bird is 3. Definitely the sliver. We just don't have enough reach. Like, this deck doesn't have too much removal. I wish I had the Grizzly Spectacle. That would have made this deck a lot better. Kavu Primarch. But we have ways to gain life, so 60 card chaos deck. No, I think just winning games will get more YouTube clicks. But we definitely could do it. I don't really like Burst of Strength. Death Dealer is great. I think the Savage is kind of weak. We have a lot of 3-drops to cut. Probably this. Get Newt out of there. Okay, we can probably sideboard it in. Chosen of Markov is bad. So this does 3 damage to us. I think I can cut that. And Emphas. Okay, well, I mean, do you guys want 60 cards here? Because we could definitely run it. It would just be like, I think this deck is actually really, really good. With 60 cards, it would not be very good. We could maybe cut the Ambush Krotik. Mono 3/3s for 3 with downsides. There's some with upsides. So I need to make a few more cuts. I think I need to cut a 5. And it might be the Wolves. No, it's only worth it going 60 if you have all of 60. Go to 40F. No, we're just gonna stick. I think it's better to play consistent. Honestly, it might just be worth cutting swords because the way this deck wins is by being consistent and beating down, and swords kind of goes against that because we're gonna have to play like 2 or 3 white sources, which means we're gonna have 2 islands in our Golgari Finebroker deck. I think the only way this deck wins is just attacking our opponent. Krotik bounces, so Krotik plus Chittering Rats is great. Krotik plus Finebroker is good. I mean Plains, whatever. Islands would definitely be bad. But at 6 mana, I could see cutting it just because it's a lot. And then, I mean, this deck is just good. We got the Decoy. And Creekwood Ghoul really helps us race by gaining life. 6-11? No, this is a 7-10 for sure. So this is the deck currently. If we were to run Swords to Plowshares, we would have to run at least 2 planes. I think we just don't have any removal, but we can beat down. I think I'm just gonna try and beat down. No removal is risky. You would need 1 planes. 2 sources is enough. But then we would need to hit the white source and Swords to Plowshares and have swords need to be necessary. I don't think it's worth splashing. I think I'm just gonna run it like this. I really value being consistent here. Oh yeah, look at this hand. We're just a couple lands away from everything we could dream of. And they mulliganed? Okay, we're more than a couple lands away. We need a lot, but Sandwalla will beat down for a while until they stabilize. And then as soon as they do try and trade, we can Necrobite. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. Let's hit a land. Perfect. Yeah, we play Swamp because of Chittering Rats. If somehow we draw a card. I'll be back. Gotta take my dog for a walk. Aw. Have fun, Smog. Oh, I need to change the chat. Boop, boop. Got it. Beginning of combat, attack. Pump. Go. So we have no plays on 3. Wow, did they just miss their turn? Oh! If we had a Swamp, we could have Chittering Rats. Alright, let's do it again. Can you imagine getting Chittering Rats after you skipped through a turn? Ranger's Guile. Alright, still no plays, but that's not so bad. Y'all see the Frozen 2 trailer? Ooh, I gotta check that out. I did really enjoy the first one, but I think pretty much everyone in the world did. Okay, this looks like a Necrobite turn to me. Are we gonna win a game just off this Frilled Sandwalla? I wouldn't be opposed to that. Ooh, okay, opponent's got good fixing. And just a Knighthood. Okay, can we please draw land? No land, but we did get a creature. Pretty new to MTG, watching your YouTube videos was the first time seeing any vintage Legacy Chaos content. I have a new understanding of power levels of MTG cards. Really glad, Cheap Pork Online. Yeah, there's a lot more to Magic than just playing on Arena. I have no problems with playing on Arena, but this game has a long history and a lot of weird design choices happened during that time. If you need any cheap pork, let me know. I do enjoy cheap pork. Is it cheap high quality pork or just cheap pork though? Because that's important. Honestly, I did not know this card had Convoke. I'm gonna be honest. I should have cast that a while ago. There's a battlefield under control. It gets +1/+1. So they have a 2/3 right now. That is first strike. So they can't block any of my creatures. But yeah, I should have cast this along. It has Convoke, that's insane. I can hit for 5 though. It's +1/+1. Builds a game with mana's limiting factor. What if you didn't have to pay mana for things? Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, I think I do Convoke this out. We're just setting up for an overcome. And Nezumi Cutthroat is probably just gonna kill them. Is that actually your business, Cheap Pork Online? Because that's pretty niche. I support it, but it's a little niche. I don't have a removal. Okay, I can take an 0/4 defender. This is kind of a non-bow. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Perfect, we got the land. Which actually doesn't let us cast anything. But we're setting up for an overcome. Hit with all of them. So we can pump this. And if we draw any land, then Overrun should just do it. Opponent's taking 5 right now. Okay. Don't mind that at all. So if they don't have a counterspell and we hit another land, I mean, this is far more than lethal. Hopefully they tap out for an expensive kill spell. Whenever it becomes blocked, you may untap and remove it. Okay. So... is it lethal? I'm only attacking for 12. But it would be pretty bad for them. They can first strike the Walla down. They take 1 off the Primarch, but they do die in 2 turns off the Nezumi Cutthroat. So like if we overcome here, and then, no, because they're just holding back. Yeah, there's no need to go for it, especially when we can just Ranger's Guile to protect Nezumi Cutthroat. Like, this is gonna win the game anyway. And play the Wolves. Okay. So if we draw a land, then I'm definitely going to go for it, because Overcome plus Ranger's Guile means this is just going to kill them. Ever a creature you control deals... I did not know this was a card. Well, they're dead. But that's kind of sweet. See? Who needs removal when you're just killing your opponent really fast? That's elite. Overcome. And that's 4 unblockable damage on the Cutthroat alone. It's unfortunate that they know about this now, but I think this is the safest way just to kill our opponent here. And they have a lot of flyers. Scout the borders. I don't think I have any way to deal with anything. Serpent Warrior is big, but... yeah, I think I just run it again. Yeah, overcome is the removal we've been looking for this whole time. No, honestly, I think the deck is actually just fine. It hits hard. We got a few tricks, and 3/3s are really hard to deal with. Now, we do need to draw lands. Because our deck kind of has like all 4 and 5 mana plays. So the early game's a little suspect. I almost feel like this should be an 18 land deck just because of how many big plays we have. It's mulligan. Alright. Okay. I think this card's good enough. And I think in blue-green, or against blue-white, I don't think there's any need to hold up Regenerate on this guy, so I think I am just going to run him out turn 2. Sure. Wait, did they just change colors? I'm gonna wait one turn now that I have Ranger's Guile. It makes our curve, it lets us curve out nicely, and keeping this in play is gonna be huge for us. Opponent's mana is a little sketch. First strike, sure. You know what first strike is not good against? Just really big things. So we might get punished by being a little conservative with our Death Dealer, but I think the odds of us getting punished from doing this are significantly lower than the odds of us getting punished from just running this out there and having it die. Because remember, you can activate this ability as many times in one turn as you want. It's quite good. Ideally, so the best case scenario for us is they do some like 5 mana kill spell on this and we can counter it. I'll take the 2. +1/+1, sure. Flying in haste, okay, that's an issue. Kavu Primarch. So we can tap out for Vine Mare. If they had a kill spell, I feel like they would have just done it. They only have 2 cards left in hand. If we... yeah, I think we just attack and then play Vine Mare. We're definitely winning this race. Okay. So they get 1 turn to deal with this thing, but that's okay. They only had 2 cards in hand. I think they missed a land drop last turn. And we haven't seen any removal from our opponent at any stage of the game. So like if their game plan is just to Drudge Beetle attack us for 2, that's okay. Or sure, I'll take the 4 here. No land drops missed. Okay. Well, we're gonna take 4. Because now they're just like dead. Forest. Yeah, this is like a 2-turn clock. It's a 2/2 flash, and they can bounce a creature. Okay. They're just gonna chump. I feel like their better plan would have been like keep this around to block and then bounce it with Deputy of Acquittals. Because now they're just losing a 2/2. Or maybe they thought it targeted my creatures. That must be it. They thought it bounced. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Straight up chump. Give it +2/+2. Considering how long it's taking him, I think they were just like, oh no. And then this happened. And unfortunately that means we don't get to Primarch this turn. But they're at 12 life and we have, this is effectively a 3 pumps. This is an 8/8 and this is a 5/5. So if they tap out, we can actually just kill them on the spot. The Moose Dog, they can give that flying in haste. And now they're keeping everything back. They have no cards in hand. We can swing with, so we have a couple options. We can play Kavu Primarch as a 7/7. But that requires us tapping all of our creatures. We don't get an attack. I think that's bad. We can swing with both. And they can double block the Vine Mare. And that puts us in kind of a sketchy situation because if they double block Vine Mare here, then they just first strike it down. So I think maybe just swinging with the Death Dealer. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we just swing with Death Dealer and then we play the Primarch post-combat. Because yeah, this is a lot of first strike damage. And they could just block with the Drudge Beetle. I do too, Indignate. That is... okay. Well, let's pump it. Four against a 2/2 first strike. That seems weird just to throw away your first strike creatures. And we're gonna play the Primarch here without the kicker just to get creatures on board. And I'm actually gonna hold up this green. Yeah, I mean, basically nothing is a winning position for them. Did they just draw and play land? Alright. Yeah, this hand's good. The cat is way too good. Like, unbelievably good. Let's go swamp first, because we can draw the cat. And Hoof Skulkin plus Vinemare is going to be pretty solid. Vigilance Renown 1. I kind of want to... Oh, this is hard. I kind of want to trade off for that because getting it Renowned and making it a 3/3 makes my life pretty tough. So I can trade this 3/2 flyer for it. Because I could play... I think if they didn't have the Topin Freeblade, the best play would be just to jam an Undercity Troll. But then this is a 3/3 and this can never attack through. I think I'm going to play the Flock. I think that's better to trade off than giving up our Hoof Skulkin for the late game. And we're going to trade this for their 2/2. Obviously, if they have a trick, it's really bad for us, but I don't think we can give them a 3/3 Vigilance. Ugh, okay. Well, if we hit a land, that's good for us. Okay. Because now... We can either play a Vinemare or Hoof Skulkin. Vinemare gets blown out by a first strike combat trick, but it's a much better play overall with, like, considering our mana. I think I prefer the Mare too. I'm just thinking of, like... Yeah, it's gonna be a 2-for-1 no matter what, unless they have a first strike card. Any pump spell is not going to give them +4/+4. Ah, that'll do it. We're just gonna take it here. So they got the 3/3, which was kind of what we were worried about. But now we can play Thornhide Wolves. Hope to dodge a counterspell. Okay. This could be worse. Consideration for attacking there? No, I didn't want to run my Vinemare into their 3/3. Especially when we have something like Hoof Skulkin just around the corner. And I still don't have particularly good attacks here. We can run out Undercity Troll plus the Skulkin though. And that sets us up pretty well for next turn. Yeah. It's weird they didn't attack with the Squire. And as weird as it is, I think actually the Skulkin is better than the Troll, so I'm going to play it first. To play around like Quench and stuff. And still no attacks just yet, and then the next turn I can start attacking freely. Phantom Monster. That's a lot of damage. Alright, we have to race now. They should attack us in the air, yeah. Ooh, Phantom Tiger. Okay, so I think we swing out. So Undercity Troll, how do they block right now? Right now they're going to block Undercity Troll with Basilica Guards. And I could use Hoof Skulkin to pump this. And Ranger's Guile, but that seems kind of medium. I'm just going to keep that back, and we can just attack with these two. And then the opponent can double block Topin Freeblade and the guards on the Vinemare. And the pump gives us 6, 7 power. So it's 6 off of this, and then the 7th from Ranger's Guile. So actually attacking with Undercity Troll kind of negates that double block. Yeah, I think they're gonna double block here, and this just gets in free damage. It makes it harder for them. Oh, but then they can just block, let's see. If they double block here and then block Phantom Monster on the Undercity Troll, then things get more interesting. These two attacks are both good. I just don't know which one is better. I think it's really risky for them to put the Phantom Monster, so we're gonna attack with the Troll. Well, it's good, but we don't have the mana to trade off Troll and double pump Vinemare. So if they double block here and block the Troll, then we have to choose what we're doing. But this gives them an opportunity to mess up. And it's the most aggressive attack, which when your opponent is threatening this much flying offense, I think is better. Plus, if it's not like it's just free for them to take the 2, turning this into a 3-3 is a huge game. Alright, they're finally doing stuff. Whoa. This might be the best case scenario for us. If they block like this, that's amazing. At first I was like, they're ghosting, but like... So, a block like this signifies to me a couple things. Number one, opponent doesn't have removal, because if you have removal, you're definitely going to try and kill the Vinemare here. And number two, the opponent's insane. For offering this trade right now. No, 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 no. Oh man, they figured it out. And then Phantom Monster on the Troll. Okay, this works pretty well for us. Because this is going to be 4 and we can give this 5 toughness. And this has hexproof, so I can feel pretty safe. Also, this means we get to renown our Troll. So I feel okay here. 1, 2, 3. 6, 4, and that's 4 damage, so we Ranger's Guile here. Make it a 7-5. They lose 2 of their creatures, our Troll becomes renowned. They're at 15. And this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, their hand is good, but I don't think they can deal with this. So they have 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's the cute Griffin. He's cute because he has like a collar going on. I think we just smash with all. What happens if we attack like this? They really have no good blocks. This is 9, 10, 11, 12. They probably just take all of it. Alright. But if they take this, then we go Phantom Tiger. Like, if they don't do anything, we can play Phantom Tiger into Kavu Primarch, and that's so good. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, we're just dead in the air, but that's not the worst. They're just dead on the ground. Why are you cheating against me, Pwned noob? Although, honestly, Terminus wouldn't be so bad because we'd have a 3-3 and they'd be at 3 life. Alright, sweet. Mono Flyers. This is going to be tough. The decoy... No, their flyers are too big for that. Yeah, we just play bigger creatures and get on the board earlier, and then they die. We have a turn 2 troll. Yeah, this is a keep. Oh, and overcome. As long as we hit land drops, this hand's gonna be amazing. I don't think it matters which land I play first. Just don't have the 2/2 on Renowned. Okay, I can deal with Crossbow Infantry. Let's play the Troll. That card's extremely bad against our deck. So theoretically, they can block and then ping, but then we can just regenerate. So I'm assuming they don't go for that. I really want to hit a land next turn though. Like getting this Renown would be great. They have a 1/1 flyer. Okay. I still attack here. Right? You can block and then ping. But you gotta do it pre-combat. Okay, so we're gonna let them trade because this is attacking or blocking, and we can regenerate in response. I see. This feels like a bounce spell to try and tempo me out. Honestly, I'm okay running into a bounce spell like this. Oh. Alright. Good play by the opponent, but we get to keep our troll, which is good for us. And we drew a land. So we can go... Depending on what they do, I think we're just going to play Rift Sweeper into Kavu Primarch. Unless they're doing that. Then I think I'm going to be renowning the Undercity Troll here. How did they scry? Put 2 cards at the bottom, 2 cards top. Okay. Alright, well I guess we get a... No! Oh, okay. Oh, I almost just skipped my whole turn and that would have been bad. Okay, we get to attack with our troll as we wanted. Thank goodness. Renown. And we cannot play the Fine Broker, but we can just run out our Hoof Skulkin, which I think is pretty nice. Or we could just play the Primarch as a 3/3. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the 3/3 actually. I know we can cast it with Convoke much cheaper, but so be it. Basically this turn we traded a Renowned trigger for casting Rift Sweeper, which in race type situations I like. Yep. Okay, so there's our land. We actually don't have the best attacks. I think they really want to probably Eternalize this on their following turn. And if I swing with either one of these, if I swing with this, they can block here and then ping it. And the same thing, and forcing me to regenerate actually eats up my whole turn. So I don't like that. I'm just going to play the Hoof Skulkin here and the Rift Sweeper and have no attacks, because this pump effect helps me so much next turn. And especially if they have no plays on their following turn, then giving them a free Eternalize seems bad. So we're going to do this. Then we basically just need to draw green. Also lethal? Really? Well, this has Vigilance, but I guess we block it. I see no reason for them to attack with Crossbow Infantry on this board. That's all I'm saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So next turn, if we draw a land and play overcome, it's exactly lethal. Man, this opponent's in the tank. Ignore me, I still think first strike works with fight. That's a pretty common misconception, though. Yep, so unfortunately it's a free attack with their Steadfast Sentinel. But we'll just take 4. Our life total's really not that much in danger. Yep, now it is. Huh. We're really banking on this green source, huh? So this is 5 in the air, 6, 7. What happens if I swing out? If I swing out, they can go... No, I think we can do better than play Wolf and hope. But the 4/4 takes their whole turn. I don't mind that so much. Yeah, they have to have a land and it takes their whole turn. And at that point, we should be able to win. What happens if we attack all? So this blocks here probably. And then... I guess that's the only good block they have, really? What if I attack with just these two? Then they can trade Steadfast Sentinel plus a ping for 3 mana. Which is not so bad. But then we don't get to play Thornhide Wolves. But we are taking 6 in the air. I think attacking is our best bet, because Overcome will still get there next turn. It's a really, really bad use of mana. Question is, do I attack with this too? So they can block here and ping. But it threatens their Phantom monster. And they can just block here, but then we can pump it. And they can kill it with their crossbow infantry, so they can basically trade this for a Rift Sweeper. Yeah, I guess that's not so good. But we do get in for... So if we attack like this, we can actually just let this block here, and then they take 6, and then we just play a Thornhide Wolves. I'm actually going to do that. This is better, because then we don't even have to save it. And they could mess up and block with Phantom Monster or something. Basically, we're super limited on not having 6 mana. But I think the obvious block is Sentinel on Rift Sweeper. Yeah, and then you try and ping it. Whoa. This is kind of better. So we just get to eat their Phantom Monster for free. And yeah, this seems fine to me. We also have Find Broker to get back any of these things, assuming we draw a forest at any point, but them losing Phantom Monster is huge for us. Uh-oh, this is bad. The next 2 damage that the sorcerer of your choice would deal to you is dealt to any target. Oh, that's bad. So we lose this. That's okay. I can deal with that. Wait. Oh. Oh, you and or permanents you control. That's pretty bad. Yep, alright. And we die in 2 turns in the air? I think we're just dead, guys. Harm's way. Blowout since N10. And they have the 1/1 chump blocker. Ugh. Alright. I think that'll do it. No! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, rip the dream. It's okay though, we can come back. That was only round 2. We're on the play. I almost want to bring in a Serpent Warrior, but I know that type of effect is just going to kill me. But I still can't help and want to bring it in. Do I like Burst of Strength now that I've seen tricks? Kind of. Only slightly. But it might be better than just having this many 5-drops. Like, Nath's Elite doesn't even seem that good against them. Just because it's 5 mana, it's pretty expensive. No, I think the 3/3 is good. I think I'm gonna cut Nath's Elite for a trick. Like, the 3/3s get better when we have more tricks in here, because then we can just, like, keep hitting them harder. And the rest of these are okay. Yeah, I think the rest are good. Let's go first. Alright. This is marginal, but it's got a 2-drop and a 4-drop, and our deck is full of 3s. Yeah, if we draw whatever, however you say that, Rakshasa, we're winning. Opponent mulliganed, put on the bottom. Yeah. Alright, Death Dealer off the top 1 time. Or a good 3. Or a Forest. Forest is good too. Alright. This turn, 3 mana play, and I think we win. That's pretty bold, but it's actually not true. 3-drop. Okay, I'll take a good 2-drop here. They might have a counterspell, but then we can just get it back with Fine Broker. Okay. One for defender. Yep. Okay, I really like drawing the Courser there. Yep. So we can play the Courser, play a land, and hold up Fine Broker still. No need to run this out. And then we can just kind of throw away some random creature and get it back. Oh. Your opponent has just got a Monastery Siege. That's not so bad. Spells your opponent. Okay, you get to loot every turn, but you're dying. Ooh, Burst of Strength. That's good. That's actually really good. Hit, hit, hit. So if they block the Courser, I think we actually do Burst of Strength it. Right, fair enough. I did open that rare, so they could have been in our draft, which means they're going to have insane blue cards like Control Magic. Yeah, that means we probably have to look out for Control Magic. It was going the opposite way? Okay. I think I just run out the Fine Broker. Yeah, I think I just run it out. We're beating down. We don't get any value, but it's just still very strong. Yeah, that's not a good card right now. I think hot dog is not a sandwich. Unless you cut the bun. Ooh. Okay, in half. So they're just playing a lot of creatures. This burst of strength is going to be nice. Hang on. Non-land. If we get overrun here, that would be pretty solid. Okay, a land is not great. But I think we can just swing out. Hot dog is a taco? That seems pretty fair. So the things that hot dogs and taco have in common is that the bun is like one continuous surface, whereas most sandwiches have two discrete cuts. Except for Jimmy John's and Subway. Because Jimmy John's and Subway have like one continuous thing that they've burrowed or like cut most of the way, but not all the way. I think swinging out is correct. They can only get us with one double block, in which case we can burst of strength, so this can go well. I think their best block is the 2/2/2s on our 3/4. One four on 2/2. So right now opponent's taking 6. I think I burst of strength because that also lets us block token free blade. Seems good to me. Mistfire Weaver gains hexproof, sure. Let's play land and pass. Opponent's at 6 life and they get to loot. Hot dog is closer to a wrap than it is a taco. I think hot dog is very much not a taco. Also, you can have hot dogs without the bun. But then that would make it, like, you call both a hot dog, right? You call a hot dog, and you call a hot dog with a bun a hot dog, not a hot dog sandwich. Whereas, like, I think for, like, gyros, for example, the meat is, like, gyro. Atkins hot dog. That actually, yeah. Although eating a hot dog without a bun is, like, one of the saddest experiences, unless you put it in, like, mac and cheese or chili or something. It's kind of like eating a burger without a bun. Oh, discard the Eternalize. Okay, pretty solid there. Overrun. Any spell. That's a good one. Got the Sulkin. What happens if I swing out right now? This is match 2, game 3. So if I swing out now, they don't have any tricks. What are the blocks? 4/4 on the 3/4. I think swing out as well, because we still have this for next turn. Match 1 we won. So we're still in live. He has to block 3 things. If that's the case, then we definitely swing out. So what happens if he blocks 2 things? He blocks here and here. Oh yeah, we definitely swing out. Yeah. None of his blocks can be good here. So 4/4 on the 3/3, 2/2 on the 2/2, 3/3 on the 1/1. And then I think I want to kill their 4/4. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And they go to 3 life with just a defender in play. Pump the Troll keeps a guy, but then they have a 4/4 blocker, so then that guy isn't that relevant. Whereas them just having a 1 blocker is pretty good. I think this looks like a swing out to me. If I swing out, what's the worst that can happen? So they Harm's Way, prevent 2 damage that this does and have it kill itself. And then they block here, they extort. They take 3. They go to 1 life. Yeah, it came in handy a lot. I think Guys, do I swing? If you don't, you can get blown up by sacrificing an attacking creature. Yeah, I think swinging out is my best option here. Humble. Base power and toughness 01. Okay, so I can have this pump it cannot pump itself. Okay, so they can eat our guy, but I can make both of these 4/4s. So they're both lethal, even with their single Astort. Yeah, they have to have another spell like Harm's Way, which they might have. And for those wondering, this cannot pump itself. Only other green creatures. Okay. That'll do it. Yeah, because they have to trade off guards and somehow find a way to deal with the 4/4, which means they can't even kill this. So, on to the finals. Hey, Agoo! Thank you so much for the follow. Hey, we can cast Findbroker. Let's keep. Oh, if it could pump itself, that would be dumb. I thought you meant the activated ability. Like if the ability costs 2 and a green instead of just 3 colorless. It would be much harder. Still good though. Yeah, the casting cost, if it was green, that would be absurd. Okay. So we're gonna go Courser. Whoa, what's going on here? Hey, Creekwood Ghoul. First time showing up. Alright, let's play Courser. It might get countered, but this hits the hardest. Phantom Tiger is a little weak. Crack for Gods, thank you so much for the follow. And they missed a land drop? Ooh, and we got that? Okay. Let's hit for 5, or for 3. This looks like a kill spell, but then we just play Findbroker. Okay, so for the interest of... They must have like a bunch of good kill spells or something. I think I just played Death Dealer. I'm okay with just 3/3s. Well, I kind of want to save this Primarch to make it 7/7 in case they have like a really big blocker. But yeah, you're probably right. What we can do is try and trade off the Primarch. And then get it back with Findbroker and then pay the convoke or the kicker cost. There we go. Ask and you shall receive. Okay. Let's hit again. I think for the sake of mana, I'm going to run out the Creekwood Ghoul. I want to hold up Regenerate on the Death Dealer for as long as possible. And then next turn I can do like Findbroker plus Convoke the Primarch or something. Okay, now we can hit for 6. Target creature, so this is a 5/5, that's pretty good. a really good card. Did I play a land this turn? Yeah, because we are choked on green, as Smog said. Turn 6 again in CD. I attack and nothing. So we can use this to gain 1 life. Oh, Randall said that. Sorry. I'm just crediting you with random stuff here. Right, we did not get... I just want to make sure. Yeah, I did not play land. So I can gain 1 life and then still cast Define Broker here. Swamp, cast you. Makes our green really easy. And we're going to get back the Primarch. So we can wait to play this. Actually, next turn I can play this as a 7/7, which I'm really glad because hard to kill with a 3/3. Fair enough, Smog. Thanks for keeping me honest. Discards 3 cards. Wow. Honestly, I think I keep the Death Dealer over all the rest. Death Dealer's just insane. That was pretty good. Well, that's a good draw too. Okay. Death Dealer it is. And I'm just going to swing with the 3/4. Because I have a lot of ways to pump this in like tricks. I think keeping creatures in play are better for us. And they fall to 8, which means this is lethal on its own. Opponent killed all 3 of these amazing cards, and we still probably just have it with this completely unbeatable card. Unless they have a way to like tap it. A 3/3 for 3. Yeah, it's an interesting trade-off, Randall. If we swing with Courser, you're right. They can't do stuff like double block our Death Dealer. Yeah, and I guess then they can't double block the Fine Broker and stuff like that. But it's also better to have in play if we draw like Overrun or any pump effect. So we can trade Death Dealer for all of their creatures. That's an option. Well, no, because then we can just regenerate if they do that. I kind of like swinging with Courser and Death Dealer. We could also swing out. There's quite a few options here. Swing all is pretty safe because then if they don't double block, so if we swing all, they can block here, double block here, but then this kills them. So they have to block this with something. And it's just going to be a chump block. Yeah, swing all is safe. And what they're going to do, if they block this with everything, then we can just regenerate. Yeah, I think double block Fine Bro 2/2 here makes the most sense to me. And I'm going to kill the Alpha. I think it's more likely they have a way to get it back from the graveyard than a bounce spell. So we're going to pump you. Then play Rift Sweeper. No, I didn't. This card always makes me shuffle away cards I exiled that I didn't want them to shuffle. Because now they can draw that. And 2 kill spells will deal with this. You know what's weird is Forest is actually a really good draw for us. I think opponent might be dead. Yep, and that's just a chump blocker. Alright, Forest is decent. So this must be blocked. For real, asking you shall receive. So if I swing out like this, they block here, they take 3, but then they just kill our Rift Sweeper. Whereas if I swing out like this, they have to chump and then trade, and then we keep our Rift Sweeper and they have no creatures in play. And I think them having no creatures is better than them being at 2 life with a blocker. So I'm gonna attack like this. Okay, and no reason to pump or anything. This doesn't have Death Touch, right? No. I'm not sure, Randall. We'll see. This is only number 2, so I think it's pretty likely we do another draft. These have been going pretty quick. So I think opponent was just banking on finding some... An exile spell will deal with this. But in black-green, I think this card is almost unkillable. It looks like they're splashing blue just for some card draw, maybe. Or some good, like, blue-green bomb, rare. Blue can bounce. Yeah, you're right. There are a few can't be regenerated, but we can pump it bigger than most of those. And most of those say non-black. Well, Control Magic Mind Control is gonna win almost no matter what. They have Vivid Marsh, so they could do it. Alright, OP, what's going on here? I think this is one counter right there. I think that's a counter. It's hard to say though. Each player discards a card. Well, that's brutal. Glad I don't have any cards in hand. Bone Splinters. Yeah. Not the best play here. Okay, so they have to chump block the Death Dealer. So I think I swing with both. Interesting. All right, I'm going to... This feels like a bounce. Nobody just doesn't block. Is pump once fine though? So here's the thing. Why would they do this? The only reason an opponent would do this is if they want me to pump. I'm saving my mana for like why would they entice me to do this? Unless this is like the most next level thing. Yeah, I guess. This is just so weird. What if they have like destroy target creature with power 4 or greater? Maybe they have 6th, then you regen. Yeah, okay. We'll do it. I don't know what the correct play here is. Opponent may have just been scooping in a weird way. And then I regenerate. Oh, and then they have bounce. Wow, that was so risky by the opponent. I could have just put them to 1. I think it would have been better if I didn't pump, because they would not have had priority to cast down. And then they fall to 1. And then we can just kill them with Rift Sweeper. But I think opponent's still dead. Ooh, oh, if they had a card in hand, Chittering Rats. It's okay though, we can still swing here. This becomes a 7/7? No, he had maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Well, we attack here for sure, because they have no cards in hand. Okay. So this puts them dead on board. And the swamp gives us an extra regen trigger. Yeah, I think he passed the damage already. So we could have gotten the 2 in. Like I was saying, there's like, that's such a greedy play by the opponent, but it was also a greedy play by us, and they knew we were gonna play greedy because why wouldn't we? Okay, so they have a lot of removal. And a lot of discard too. So I think I want to get rid of some of these expensive cards just to kind of play around some of the discard they have. I've never played the dragon once, no. Maybe I cut this ghoul and just play the 3-mana 3/3. It does damage us a lot, but I don't see them racing us particularly well. I don't like running Burst of Strength against the deck with so much removal. But I think this dealing damage, I think this is fine. Oh yeah. Let's keep... Our deck seems weird, our opponents, because our deck is a bit weird. But we got Nezumi Cutthroats, so Stonewood Invoker's a good card. Alright, that's enough lands, no more. +5/+5. But it only hits for 2, that's not so bad. Yeah, it's basically Golgari Beatdown with no removal whatsoever. Oh. They can kill our forests. That's pretty good. And... that can actually block our Nezumi Cutthroat. Interesting. We basically have 2 unblockable things. This is kind of hard. I guess they can't attack. I think holding back is good because I want to get a Chittering Rats down here. And if they start attacking with the Bogart Loggers, then I can start attacking with the Cutthroat freely and not worry about it. Green, yeah, green gets flying for like random insects and that's about it. Yep, no blocks. Wow, opponent's really beating down. And Wither does get around our Cutthroat, but I'm kind of okay with this trade. Trading our 2-1 for their 4 power seems good. Okay. Now can run out a Center Courser. I really, really regret putting in the 3 mana 3/3 that loses 3 life. That seems pretty bad as of right about now. Randuin TCG, thank you so much for the follow. Yep, take 2. I don't know, maybe I should have offered the trade before. Yeah, that's a good card too. Attack for 2 again. But we're setting up for the Wombo combo next turn. So let's go for it. Please, please. So for those who don't know, this says all creatures able to block it have to do so. And this gives it Death Touch and Regenerates, so... Blossom Dryad. Hey, we won. And do I want a Kessig Recluse? It has Reach and Death Touch. It's not a... Yeah, it is going to be a trade with the Wither, but it will kill their whole board, which is pretty good, assuming they don't attack. Guys, do I want a Kessig Recluse? I think so. Yeah, it's better than the average draw. Okay. Alright, opponent. We need you to, like, play your Blossom Dryad. Don't attack with anything. Maybe they try and kill my forest here. That'd be pretty sick. What they might do is just pass turn and try and flip Grizzled Outcast so it can kill the Nath's Elite. Don't talk about those type of things, Lethal Stake. Did they put that card on top? They put it on the bottom, so we actually don't know what their draw is. Just don't even talk about it, Lethal Stake. No! Okay, that's fine. Okay, they didn't do anything, and we can still hoof Skulkin, which I like. And they have a 3/3. Okay. We have the Recluse. I'm gonna play a land. I think I want to play the hoof Skulkin here. And get in with just the Cutthroat, probably. Yeah, I think just the Cutthroat makes sense here. This is for all the glory. An opponent is hellbent, too. And they had to lose their Stonewood Invoker. And Necrobite can deal with the Grizzled Outcasts. And this is hitting us for 2, but we're hitting them for 2. So it's not the worst situation to be in. And if we hit a land, okay, so they're not going to play anything and that transforms. If we hit a land, we can do both of these. And if we don't hit a land, then we hit a spell. So we attack with Nezumi Cutthroat. And we can trade the Kessig Recluse for the Wolves. This plays around some weird discard or something like that. Yep. So this does that. I'm trying to draw Overrun, my guy. It's getting hard. Oh, I like Rangel's Guile a lot. Cutthroat. We can trade the Courser for their Wither guy. I kind of want to do all these tricks before they make me discard my hand, if that ever happens. And we're losing the race currently, so I need to do something. What does this attack do? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could just take it though. Well, I think the swing with the rats is pretty bad because they just block with the trained Armadon. Yeah. I can swing like this, but then I'm pretty susceptible to a back attack because then we could end up just trading our Recluse for their 3/3. Yeah, I'm gonna swing like this. So this gets in for 2. The Courser gets blocked here, and this gets blocked here. They keep their 7/7 and we keep our Necrobite. I think that's fine. This works too. I don't even have to pump now. Regenerate it. So they lose their Wither. This dies no matter what we do. And they have a 3/3. Sure. So... Now they attack with both, and I think we almost have to chump. Oh god, please play a removal spell. Okay, never mind. I notice we don't have the kitty in play in this game is much harder. Yeah, the cat kind of does everything you would want. Please play a removal spell pre-combat. Okay. I think opponent has consigned themselves to death. Let's play a land. Swing with the Cutthroat, so they can trade off there. The Courser's gonna get really big. And Chittering Rats actually doesn't have many good attacks. I'm kind of okay with this. Opponent has 1 card in hand. Yep, and that trade-off is inevitable. And then we play the Wolves. So they gotta find something good with Sight Beyond Sight. And we can negate a kill spell. I think we might have gone 5 chaos drafts in a row. I don't want to speak too soon because they get the best card in the top 2 plus whatever their draw is. One was a land though. One's a big hippo. We can beat the hippo. Eee. I think that's game. One, two, three, four, five, six. So what do the attacks look like? If I swing out, if I swing with everything, do they have to block these two specifically? Let's say they block here and here, they die. If they block here and here, they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they have to block both of these creatures. Yeah, they block here and here. So the best case scenario is they block the 5, 6 on my 3, 3. And I can only make it into a 5, 5 right now. So they do keep the 5, 6. But they lose their trained Armadon. And they fall to 3 life. Yeah, they block these two. What happens if I just don't attack with a Courser? Like, if I just attack with the Wolves... If I just attack with the Wolves, then I can only make it a 6 power. They don't even have to block. I think swinging out is our best bet. We get to keep Hoof, Skulkin, plus Wolves. And Chittering Rats, they take... Right? They chump here, they trade here. Or they just kill this. They take 4 damage, fall to 3 life. We have these 3 creatures against just this. Just attack with Wolves, they'll trade with Hippo. Swing out leaves you vulnerable to a pump effect. They'd have to top deck like a giant growth. Which is not that bad. I guess if I just attack with Wolves, we're basically trading Wolves for the Hippo, but then they have no good attacks next turn. Yeah, Wolf is gonna die. That's for sure. But basically we're deciding, do we want to trade Wolf for Hippo and then untap with this board state? Or do we want to trade Courser for Armadon and hit them for 3? And then untap with them having a Hippo and these. I kind of like trading away the Wolf, actually, the more I think about it. I think I like trading the Wolf. What do you guys think? Wolf will bounce. You'll have a better board state, that's for sure. This is actually a really hard attack. It just depends on what we're playing around. Although, putting them to 3 with 3 attackers against 1 blocker means they have to top deck something. You know what? I think attacking a lot is better. This means they have to draw something. Okay. Clearly that was the better attack. What? That was something else. Alright, that was something else right there. Yeah, we can do one more. Apparently I am the Chaos Draft Savant, who knew?